US-Iran Swiss talks delayed. Israel kills 18 in southern Lebanon. State Minister calls for stronger global action for Rohingya repatriation. Equeship Potok-winning poet Al-Mujahidi passes away. And Brazil hopes to get back form in the match against Haiti tomorrow. Well, good evening, viewers. I'm Salim Kadir. You're watching English Bulletin. We now follow with the details. New round of US-Iran talks have been postponed, had previously been expected to hold in Geneva today. White House has confirmed that US Vice President J.D. Vance delayed his Switzerland trip, where he had been set to lead new round of negotiations with Iran. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif also postponed planned visit there. Earlier, Islamabad originally planned to host a ceremonial signing ceremony following the MOU to end the war. Two senior officials said the visit postponed as the MOU had already been electronically signed by both nations. Meanwhile, US Central Command said it has lifted its blockade on Iranian ports as Tehran is issuing permits for commercial vessels to transit Hormuz Strait. At least 18 people have been killed in southern Lebanon following a latest series of Israeli airstrikes overnight in the territory. While the Israeli military claimed 4 of its soldiers were also killed. It comes a day after the US-Iran signed a deal aimed at ending the Middle East conflict, including a permanent cessation of hostilities in Lebanon. IDF said it struck 80 targets linked to the Iran-backed armed group Hezbollah and killed dozens of its members. US-Iran deal calls for an end to hostilities on all fronts and for Lebanon's territorial integrity and sovereignty to be respected. Those who do not respect the mandate of referendum cannot be government of the people. Leader of the main opposition and Amir of Jamaat Islam, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, made the comment at a party program in Naranganj Friday. He reiterated that people will not accept one-party rule. Criticizing the government, the Jamaat leader said Awami League was not able to sustain as they were arrogant, ignoring the people. BNP is following the same path, and if fails to perceive people's expectation, they will face similar consequence. He alleged that extortion and looting is yet to end. Saying Jamaat will create honest leadership, he introduced party's mayor candidate, Abdul Jabbar. Law Minister Advocate Mohammad Asaduzzaman has said that efforts are underway to reduce case entanglement through legal aid. The minister said this while talking to journalists at Khagan area in Shabaz, Birolia on Friday morning. Earlier in the day, Advocate Asaduzzaman attended a workshop there on legal aid. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shama Obaid Islam has called for stronger global action to protect civilians, uphold international humanitarian law and ensure sustained international support for safe and repatriation of Rohingyas to Myanmar. Speaking at a high-level panel discussion during the 2026 ESOC Humanitarian Affairs segment at the United Nations headquarters in New York on Thursday, she stressed the need for greater accountability for violations of international humanitarian law. She underscored the importance of increased investment in conflict prevention and stronger coordination among humanitarian, peace and development actors to address growing global crisis. The state minister voiced concern over funding cuts affecting Rohingya women and girls and warned that shrinking humanitarian support could further aggravate vulnerabilities within the displaced community. On the sidelines of the event, the state minister also met Dr. Nguyen Minh Vu, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Vietnam, and discussed issues of mutual interest. State Minister for Social Welfare Fazana Sharmeen said that irregularity regarding the distribution of family card and farmer card will not be tolerated. She made the comment while speaking at a views exchange meeting at Gojaria of Munchiganj on Friday afternoon. The meeting was organized on implementation and improvement of service quality of various programs of a ministry. Addressing the meeting as a chief guest, the state minister said that the 8 officers have been sacked for alleged irregularity in the card distribution. A Namazi Janaza of former State Minister and BNP Vice Chairman Harun al-Rashid has been held at the South Plaza of the Parliament complex. Deputy Speaker with cabinet members, lawmakers and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, among others, attended the Janaza held at 11 a.m. on Friday. On behalf of Prime Minister and BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman, wreaths were placed at the coffin following the Namazi Janaza. Advocate Harun al-Rashid died at the age of 87 on Thursday night while undergoing treatment at a hospital in Dhaka. He will be buried at a graveyard in Brahmanbaria on Saturday. Ekushi Padak-winning poet, journalist and valiant freedom fighter Al-Mujahidi has died at the age of 83 after a prolonged illness. According to relatives, the poet passed away at 1:30 p.m. on Thursday at United Hospital in capital's Gulshan. Family members said he had been suffering from heart disease, stroke and kidney complications for the past year, requiring repeated hospital stays. Over a long literary career, he wrote fiction, novels, plays and essays alongside his poetry, publishing more than 50 books. He served for many years as literary editor of the daily Ittifaq, where he played a significant role in nurturing new writers on the Bangladeshi literary scene. The government awarded him the Ekushi Padak in 2003 in recognition of his outstanding contribution to Bangla language and literature. We now begin with news on FIFA World Cup. Record five-time champions Brazil will face Minos Haiti in Philadelphia, needing a World Cup reset after a disappointing draw in the tournament opener. The match will kick off 6:30 a.m. June 20. Brazil-Haiti meet in the Group C Round 2 clash, with both sides aiming to recover after failing to secure maximum points in their opening matches. Brazil heads into this game in solid overall form, even though their World Cup campaign began on a quiet note. They were held to a 1-1 draw by Morocco in the first group game. Jonathan David scored the second hat-trick in the FIFA World Cup, had propelled Canada to a historic 6-0 rout of Qatar in Vancouver. Canada's dominant victory over Qatar equaled the record margin of victory for a tournament host to go to the top of the group. David netted the second hat-trick of the tournament, matching the milestone previously achieved by Lionel Messi. Viewers, we now follow with a short break and we will be back soon with 35 killed as gunmen attack Niger's biggest airport. And Bangladesh lose T20 series 2-0 to Australia. Welcome back, you're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Follow on, police have recovered the bodies of 3 people of separate locations in Shatkhira. Following the recovery from Kalorua, Ashashuni and Shatkhira Sadar Upazilas, the bodies were sent to morgue for autopsy. In Dolaria of Shatkhira Sadar Upazila, police recovered the body of Amit Hassan, a young man who was found hanging. Locals said he was addicted in drug and online gambling. In Kalorua, the body of Mehdi Hassan, a honey trader, was recovered from a drain near a mobile phone tower beside the Jalalabad Union Parishad office. Police suspects he was murdered. Meanwhile, in Ashashini Ubuzela, police recovered the bloodied body of Abdul Rahim from the Beula Lomba Danga Canal. According to locals, he was reportedly suffering from mental health issues. Border Guard Bangladesh BGB has foiled Indian border security foes BSF's push-in attempt of 7 people in Meherpur and Lalmonirhat districts. BGB Jawans took a tough stance when they saw 4 people across the zero line of the border in Khalpara area of Meherpur Sadar Upazila in the early morning. Currently, the 4 people are staying in no man's land outside the barbed wire between international border pillars 15 and 16. Among them, there is 1 man and 3 women. At the time, BGB and locals were seen standing alert in the border area. Meanwhile, another pushing attempt in Kalirhat border in Patgram of Lalmonirhat was foiled by BGB. In the early hours on Friday, the BGB Jawans obstructed BSF's push-in attempt of 3 people there. Viewers, we now begin with news around the world. 35 people had been killed after gunmen struck Nigeria's largest Diori Hamani International Airport located in the capital, Niamey. The deadly attack occurred Thursday was the second in less than 5 months. Niger's defense ministry said the fatalities comprised 22 assailants, 11 soldiers and 2 civilians. Another 4 attackers were wounded and 20 suspects had been arrested. A large cache of weapons including RPG-7 launchers, AK-47 rifles, explosives, grenades and communications equipment and thousands of rounds of ammunition were also reportedly seized. The Al-Qaeda affiliate Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin (JNIM) had claimed responsibility for the attack. Viewers, will now take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. And now we begin with sports news. Well, Australia sealed the T20 series against Bangladesh with a game to spare, taking an unassailable 2-0 lead after a 7-run victory in Chattogram today. To bat first at Bir Shrestha Motiur Rahman Cricket Stadium, Australians posted a strong total of 196 runs. They made the score, losing 5 wickets, anchored by 45 from Tim David and an explosive 89 from Matt Renshaw. Chasing the big target, opener Tamim stormed with the bat. Bangladesh scored 33 after the end of the first 2 overs. Somoy failed to extend the innings after a good start. Bangladesh fought hard in the chase but ultimately fell short, finishing on 189 for 6. Viewers, we begin with news on FIFA World Cup. FIFA World Cup hosts Mexico became the first team to reach the knockout rounds with a 1-0 win over South Korea. In the Estadio Guadalajara Stadium, Mexico, Luis Roma scored the decisive goal in the 50th minute after a goalkeeping error, sparking wild celebrations among the supporters. Mexico stopper Raul Rangel, meanwhile, made a superb double save in the dying minutes to preserve the lead. Finishing top keeps Mexico at home in the last 32 with a game against the third-place team in Mexico City. South Korea is second on 3 points. The ultimate clash for the second round between host USA and Australia will light the torch paper for an intriguing match day 9 in the FIFA World Cup. The crucial match will kick off at 1 a.m. Saturday, Bangladesh time. The group stage continues with 4 crucial matches across Group C and D as teams battle for valuable points and a place in the knockout rounds. In top of the table Group D, US-Australia will kick off in Seattle, with both sides knowing a win will see them through to knockouts. The Americans opened the campaign with a convincing 4-1 victory over Paraguay, while Australia defeated Turkey 2-0 and will be aiming to maintain their unbeaten start, mostly putting USA ahead as well. Coach Pochettino is highly satisfied after his team's performance in last match. Well, before ending the bulletin, we have top stories once again. US-Iran switch talks delayed. Israel kills 18 in southern Lebanon. State Minister calls for stronger global action for Rohingya repatriation. Ekushe Podak winning poet Al-Mujahidi passes away. Brazil hopes to get back form in the match against Haiti tomorrow. 35 killed as gunmen attacked Niger's biggest airport. And Bangladesh lose T20 series 2-0 to Australia. Well, that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.